Hello everyone, wishing you all a very happy new year. Hope you all had a great Christmas and got some camping goodies. I certainly did over the last couple of weeks. Even I've been getting a bit more new gear, and Christmas definitely topped it off. So I wanted to show you guys some of that new gear, which will be making an appearance in my future review videos and definitely out in the trail. So let's go and take a look. In the background, you can see the big yellow thing. That is my first ever quilt. I've been a sleeping bag user for many years now, but decided to take the plunge with the Enlightened Equipment Revelation quilt. This is the 20-degree Fahrenheit version or -6°C version. So hopefully it's covered me in all the temperature ranges pretty well. I normally camp down to about -5. I am a winter camper, so really looking forward to using it. It is the wide version and the standard in terms of length, but wide in terms of width. Yes, I'll do a full review video on it. I really want to use it properly out on the trail before I do a review video on it, but I might do an initial impressions video later on. Moving on over here, if you've been watching my videos, you'll be thinking right now, why is this in the new gear video? Well, this is the new Black Diamond Storm headlamp. It is a 350 lumens version. I actually lost the 250 lumens version, so what better to replace it than the new 350 one. Really thankful for the extra 100 lumens. It's going to make a big difference. What else is new with this? Well, this blue light. So you've got your red, your green, and your blue light. Apart from that extra light and extra 100 lumens, it's almost exactly the same headlamp. I will do a review video on it just to show you guys, covering it in detail, but spoiler alert, it's almost exactly the same. When I did go to the store though, I checked out some other headlamps, lighter options than that, and because there was a sale on for Petzl, I decided to pick up this Petzl E-Light, which is 50 lumens. It is the second version of their E-Light, and it is absolutely awesome. Really looking forward to using this out on the trail. I've used it around the house and just out and about. Like, it's so small, so handy, so easy to pack. You don't even notice it's there. It's such an awesome little headlamp. I probably wouldn't do any crazy adventure stuff at night with it, but it should be more than enough to even do some light hiking at night, but definitely more than enough around camp. So looking forward to using this out on the trail, and again doing a full review video on it. Over here, this big mess, two separate kind of bits of gear. You've got your Toaks stove here. So this is the Toaks titanium alcohol stove. Really love alcohol camping. Recently kind of been doing a little bit more gas camping just because the alcohol stoves, I did make a homemade stove, which the alcohol stove, which wasn't super efficient, even though it was light. It, you know, the sacrifice for a couple of extra grams just to take a gas stove really made it more worthwhile just to take the gas stove rather than alcohol stove. But having found this and just tested it a little bit, it's really brought me back to alcohol stoves with how light and efficient this is. Again, definitely be making a separate video on that. I've got the stand here and also the windshield, so stand by for that video. Along with the stove from Toaks, I purchased a bunch of different tent stakes. Not very exciting, but my old tent stakes, the MSR Groundhogs, went with my MSR Hubba tent when I sold that a couple of weeks ago. And seeing as you use tent stakes pretty much every time you set up a shelter, I thought, why the hell not? I'll show you guys these new stakes that I've purchased and make a review video on them a little bit later on. You can see there the more nail type peg or this kind of V type peg, so I'll explain why I got both, why one is better than the other, and the different kind of circumstances and kind of my thoughts on the Toaks version of them. Moving over to the left is my new Z-Packs tarp. This thing is ridiculously light, 160-ish grams or 170, 75 with all the cords attached here. I love tents, have used tents for a long time, recently purchasing the Z-Packs Duplex tent. That was my big purchase last year. And really, because it weighed 600 or so grams, it wasn't worth getting a tarp, which, you know, the setup after everything would have been only about 200 grams lighter. However, with a Cuban fiber ultralight tarp, this thing is so light, it now makes it more worthwhile to go the tarp direction. I've got a MLD Bug Bivy 2 on order, which hopefully should be making its way to me shortly. That weighs about 200 grams, so together I'll be saving between 200 and 300 grams for my shelter setup. And I do really like tarp camping, so I'm looking forward to getting this out on the trail, showing you guys, and getting a little bit more, as they say, connected with nature with the tarp camping, especially in winter. So stand by for a whole series and a whole bunch of videos on that, and also the MLD Bug Bivy 2. I know there's not a lot of videos out on that, so I'll definitely be making an effort to make some decent review videos on that one. But apart from that, that is pretty much the short version of the new gear I've gotten. Again, the MLD Bug Bivy 2 is on its way to me, so not included in this video right now. Also thinking about purchasing the MLD Burn backpack, currently using the Osprey Exos 40. Great backpack, but with the MLD Burn I'll save probably about half a kilo, huge saving. But that's a very expensive purchase, so I got to make sure that is definitely worth it. Although if I do get anything to save any more weight, it'll be that. As always, thank you so much for watching. Looking forward to making more videos, both reviewing all the kit here and also getting out on the trail. It is summer at the moment in Australia, so not really great weather for hiking, camping, but pretty good weather for getting out on the kayak. So hopefully go out and do a kayak camping trip shortly. So stay tuned for that one. Until then, wishing everybody a great new year, and as always, happy trails.